Hey YouTube, Mr. Man here. Well, I just finished making my video on the TSA allowing knives on airplanes, but I went upstairs, and guess what? The shipping gods were shining down upon me this day, and I got a package from Amazon. And I didn't expect it to come this quick, because I ordered it like Monday. Fast shipping from Amazon. Amazon's great. And what was inside that box? Well, actually 2 boxes, because they had to ship from 2 different places. You know, 2 orders, and they both came at the same time. So, one was on my doorstep, went out to my mailbox, which is like 40 feet away. It's better than having to walk down to the end of the street to get, well, gotta walk down to the end of my house across the street to get it before I had to walk all the way to the end of our subdivision. So it's better. But what was in that box? Music. Now, legal music. Because I don't buy pirates. Whatever. Anyway. So, now we're gonna go over what I got, okay? Now, let's kind of get the more mainstream stuff out of the way, and I know some of you people will, like, kill me. This is $100 worth of music here, okay? So, you better thank me. Alright, so, most mainstream, probably, that we could get out of the way, and all these aren't shrink wrap, because I mean, they're still cold from being outside, so, you see how quick it was. No, I didn't do an unboxing. Forget you. You like unboxings? So, alright, number 1 that we got. Now, 21. I'm covering up the name. Adele 21. Don't ask me why. It's an up and weird. I just like it. Set Fire to the Rain. Heard that, like, a while ago. It got sentimental value to me, I guess. But, and still, she's one of the few singers that, I'll hold it up so you can see, right? Take a picture of me. There you go, take a picture, pat your face, and it's like, I gotta autograph it anyway. But I'll just autograph the name on it, sells for $1 million, right? But, anyway, I didn't even read half the back of this stuff. 21 still shrink wrapped, everything. So she's one of the few singers that it seems like her music doesn't really use, you know, audio, what's that called, audio tune or wherever, where it's not much, you know, kind of all audio tuned in. Yay! Who cares about that? I want to Set Fire to the Rain, which it got. 5th song, should be number 1. But anyway, so she's one of the few singers that it seems like she's more focused on her voice than what the, like, you know, your stuff in the background can do. So anyway, you know, pretty good. Listen to my audio version just today. Finish that up, so that's good. Another one that we got here, Image Dragons Night Vision. And this is the bonus deluxe album. What do you call it? Super duper deluxe bonus one. It was like a couple dollars more, and you just gotta get round and round. I mean, obviously, you got to. Favorite songs from this: Radioactive, Demons, Bleeding Out, and Round and Round. 4 favorite songs. The rest of the stuff's okay, but those ones really stand out. You know, this has become more mainstream, I guess, recently because of Assassin's Creed, or at least that's where I first heard it. You know, the first time I really remember hearing a song from them and like realizing it was from, you know, Image Dragons, like looking it up, because I heard it on one of the Assassin's Creed trailers, you know, Radioactive. Whoever, if someone doesn't like that song, you know, you obviously have no life. So anyway, that's pretty much the mainstream stuff out of the way. Now let's see, what do we got here? Something that I tossed in there because it was a couple bucks and I heard it and it was really, really interesting. I gotta look at the name. I gotta keep remembering the name. 7614 by Global Communication. Now, you might be looking at it like, the heck is that? Well, it's an ear, in case you couldn't tell. And for those of you that are still wondering, it is the songs on this: 402, 1431, 925, 939, 054, 807, 523, 414, 1218. Now that sounds weird. The point of this track, it's an ambient music CD. I heard some of their stuff and I was like, oh wow. Some of it reminded me of, was it the second track, 1431? It reminded me of, what's that place? Torvis Bog from Metroid Prime 2, is it? Don't kill me if you're a Metroid fan. But, I'm sure it's Metroid 2. Metroid Prime 2. But it reminded me of that, and it's an ambient music CD, so you know the stuff's more laid back. It's not action, though, pumping. But I really like the idea of them naming the tracks, the length of the track. You know, they didn't give the names, and they were saying, I was reading on Wikipedia, the reason for that is not to, you know, plant any idea in your head. Like if they were to call one of the tracks, you know, like Dark Forest or something, you'd be thinking about a dark forest, you know, or something like that. And when they just put them to the length of the track, they don't seed anything in your head, so you can just let your imagination go and think of stuff yourself. So I think that's really cool. More people should do that. I'm filling up my CD rack here. Alright, what should we do next? Alright, we'll save the 2 best for last. We'll save the best for last. Not that the next 3 things are really good. Let's go well, there's no particular order. But, alright, Two Steps from Hell, Archangel. You just have to buy it because if for... where is it on here? You gotta have it? Tell me. Oh, Dragon Rider, number 15. You just have to buy it for Dragon Rider, if nothing else, and then just buy it for the rest of it, too. Because this is a very good... It's a completion of the Two Steps from Hell music. They don't release all their stuff to the public. Only, you know, like music companies, but... or not music companies, movie companies, but this got select few tracks on the back. And they release, like, the popular stuff in CDs. They got, like, 4 or 5 released to the public, and I got, like, 3 of them. So, Archangel, really good. What do we got else? Yes, Skyworld. Now, believe it or not, I was debating between getting this, or there was like a 70 dubstep essential thing on there. I had 70 different dubstep. And then when I really thought about it, I was like, no, just get this instead, you know, because it's like, why would, I mean, dubstep, see, that's a weird thing. I don't really mind dubstep so much. The mainstream stuff is almost like, forget that, you know, like the Skrillex and stuff I don't normally listen to. But, what do you call it? Normally I don't listen to dubstep that much. Just slightly, you know, it's almost one of those things. You know, pretty much rap is the one thing I don't listen to. Dubstep is kind of the second thing that's like, yeah, you know, I can listen to a bit, kind of like it. I like it because of the extreme, but I wouldn't want to just listen to it. But I found they had like a 70 dubstep completion on there. I was like, I get that, you know, it was pretty cheap, 70 tracks. And I was like, well, why would I when there's something like this, a masterpiece there? And El Dorado is really good on here, one that stands out. Now, All Is Hell That Ends Well. It's not All That Is Well That Ends Well, All Is Hell That Ends Well. That one actually uses a little bit of dubstep in here. So, Two Steps from Hell, you're putting dubstep in, but, you know, no problem, they do it right. Alright, another one is technically from Two Steps from Hell, but it doesn't have the branding on it. It might have somewhere else. But, Thomas Bergestein, I hope I'm pronouncing the name right. Illusions. Alright, well, first of all, that's a great box. I mean, album cover. I mean, it just is. And on here, we have Ocean Princess, which is great. That's the one that really stands out. Oh, and Immortal. Ocean Princess and Immortal on here are really good. The rest are, you know, I mean, I don't have a problem with the rest of the music. It's just that I'm saying the ones that really stand out to me. So, you know, get that. And plus, it's beautiful box art. You know, box art, album art. You can just stare at that all day. Oh, I'm sorry. I was talking about something. All right, we're getting this filled up here. Next, these next two are really hard to judge between. Oh, it's crinkly. I'm going to bonus track. I'm going to do them in the... Alright, well, both of them are good. Now, first of all, alright, well, guess what that is, okay? Now, if you said, the Bird Birthday, like DNA, whatever, screen, you're right. I mean, you're wrong, but that's what it reminded me of. This is Whip Temptation, the Silent Force. Now, the intro to this is great. The intro alone is worth buying the CD. It is so atmospheric. It reminds me of something from like a Metroid game or something. I mean, it's just great. It doesn't really have lyrics. More just you know, like that. But and the rest of the songs are good. Not exactly my type of style. I'm not so much into. It's not really like. It's more. What do they say? Like the. I forget the term for it, but you know, some of the stuff is pretty good. You know, more stories. It kind of reminds me of like. The lyrics and stuff go more into like human not psychology, but like feelings and hurting people. I don't know. Anyway, and now we go on to the boss track that no one's probably ever heard of, and you should, but keep it secret, okay? Don't tell anybody about this. Don't tell anybody. Don't tell your friends. I'm telling you so you can enjoy it, but don't tell anybody else because I do not want mainstream to destroy this company. Mainstream will completely destroy a company. Are you ready? This, I saw it. I pretty much fell in love with the box art again, album art, and it alone made me want to buy this. Excuse me. I know I'm building up to this way too much, but hey, I don't care. This deserves it. You know, the box art. All right, box art. We'll call it box art. The art wanted me to buy this. You know, it was saying buy me, and in the tracks I was listening to them, and it was like, yes, this is like. Perfect, because the feeling of this, and then I read on Wikipedia, they had a little story to this album, and I was like, oh yes, you are so perfect, people. This is technically from cover art by H. Capodolemi. I don't know, I didn't pronounce your name right, but I want you to draw me a giant picture. I don't care what of. I will pay you $1 million if I had $1 million. If I didn't, I'll steal it for you know, paying you. Or I'll just work really hard and save up, which is the honest way. Because if I'm buying music like this, might as well be honest. Okay, let's see. Let's arrange also. No, I'm building up way too much, ain't I? Okay. Probably as a script, you know, the front, nah, anyway, I was going to take a picture of like this, my face smiling, and put it as the thumbnail, because this is just that good, okay? Now, this CD, the group that made it was, it's not by E.S. Prometheus, I think it was. I guess they broke up, and then they made another thing. This is their first initial CD, named the same name as their... I know I'm not taking too long to get to it, but I'm just building up. It's like, what is it? What is it? What is it? They named this CD the same as their group, or the new group. I hope they come up with a lot better stuff, because I'm glad I found them when I did. This came out about a year ago. I just found it. What is it? It is, I hope I'm pronouncing the name right, Less Friction. Less Friction? Less Friction. Alright, now, don't tell me, if you've watched Ergo Proxy, don't tell me that picture does not remind you of Ergo Proxy. How can that picture not remind you of Ergo Proxy? Alright? And the whole idea, I guess they were saying behind this, is in the future, I'm going to hold this up because, you know, this is worth staring at. Take a good look at it and just stare at it. Let it sink into your mind. Now, the whole idea behind the CD is, I guess, is supposedly like humans are able to travel into alternate dimensions, which are like their consciousness can kind of go in there, but very basic form and would stay back on Earth. And because of that, Earth, it starts deteriorating and everything, and it kind of goes along with the theme. Now, when you first get this, the first track on it, Louder Than Words. Alright, now that is good. It starts out, when you first hear it, it would be a major turnoff to most people, alright? Because it starts out, it sounds like Soundwave from Transformers at the beginning. And it was almost like, wow, this doesn't sound good at all. Now, trust me, when I say if you stay until the end of the track, just the first track, you will be wanting to listen to the rest of the album before, like, you do anything else, alright? The first track, it's that, it changes 100%. It starts out really weird, but by the end of it, it is so, like, you talk about action music. E.S. Prometheus made, like, you know, the trailer type music almost like Two Steps From Hell did. But, and, you know, it was more, I guess, enchanting. So this kind of uses the same sort of themes, but with lyrics. And, alright, Louder Than Words is really good. Where's the other one? You better, wait. World on Fire, that was the other one. World on Fire is really good too. And the one I didn't think was, you know, I don't like the sort of premise around the song, but I love it, is Sunday. For some reason, that's just, I mean, I don't know why, I just like it. But, so we're going to end on this note, by this one, probably the best part of this whole order. Like I said, that cannot not remind you of Ergo Proxy. This is sort of the, well actually, I saw a picture for Skyworld, you know, the main box art, and I was designing a story around pretty much, you know, the whole Skyworld theme. But technically, the way the story would work out, you know, if it was a movie or a show, this is the first season in the sky. This is the second season on the ground, pretty much. You know, where the first season, everything's all bright and happy, and then in the second season, you get to the real world, like on, you know, on the ground where everything's just destroying. And this is how I picture it looking. It just is. Like Ergo Proxy, kind of, where, you know, you're nice and happy, and then all of a sudden everything just goes to heck. So, this doesn't even come in a CD case, alright? But I'm forgiven for that. Anyway, so that's what I got. Not that you want to know, but by Less Friction, it's the name that stands out the most. But, oh yeah, getting back to this, Skyfall and Adele, she sings both of them. So obviously she's a good singer if they made her sing the Bond theme. I was going to try to come up with some weird dub of it, but I can't even think of a funny way to do this because Skyfall's great. I bought the single. I don't like buying music digital. I don't mind having the digital copies of it, you know, like the audio rip versions, but I just like having the physical music CD for some reason. Maybe it's just me. It's like how I like buying games. I probably could have bought this, well, this is $10, but I probably could have bought it dirt cheap from Steam, but it's like, I found out you can buy Steam gift cards. The only thing that I'd buy like a digital game would be, well, Minecraft, if I play that, which I don't. I want to, kind of. But I don't have the patience. And it's one of those things that's not mainstream, but it is. Ooh, what in the world do I got on my iPod? But if you were to buy games for the iPod, you have to get them digital. So some stuff like that I do understand. But most of the other stuff, I try to get hard copies. Even if it... Hang on. I got to use an example here. Even if it doesn't matter if you have a hard copy, because if your account on Steam gets closed down, and if you lose all your game files, yeah, that's pretty much this, so. Whoa, can't show any CD keys. That would be dangerous to show online. You might be able to find out, like, what my profile name is that got hacked, and, you know, you'd be able to be impersonating me online. Oh, that would be terrible, wouldn't it? B-U-Y, 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 B-U-Y.